So let me just go to. So these are all I kept as an agenda for this training. Initial slide will be introduction to Worksoft Certify, and then we'll talk little about Worksoft Certify life cycle. And we have like navigation bar in Worksoft Certify, right? I'll be explaining what all are there and how to navigate within Worksoft Certify. And we have some naming conventions being followed in Worksoft Certify as a best practice. So those we are going to discuss, and then we have process creation. This is the major part of Worksoft Certify. So process is nothing but a test case. Uh, where the test steps will be recorded is the process. And we have like variables and its types. What are all types of variables available in Worksoft, and what data types like date, text, and the number. So all those data types we are going to discuss. And layouts and record sets are the major a layout is the major thing where we combine all the variables in layout, and we have all the values in record sets. And we have logics and conditions like if else condition, how to do in Worksoft Certify, because it is a codeless tool, right? So how we are going to handle logics and conditions in Worksoft Certify, that we are going to discuss. And maps and applications, these are the major things where we store all our object repository, like object properties and everything will be coming from maps and applications. And we have ALM and Certify integration. And then we have execution settings and results. So these are all the things I would like to cover in this particular training. So let me just start with the introduction to Worksoft Certify. So Worksoft Certify is automated business process validation. It is mostly compatible with SAP. And it also compatible with web and other applications, mobile apps, and even for desktop applications, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint as well. But it is majorly compatible for SAP, and most of the SAP implemented clients were using Worksoft Certify because it is very user friendly and it is a codeless tool. Even the functional user and end user can use the Worksoft Certify for the automated test execution. And this company was founded in 1998 and headquartered in Texas. Okay. So as every application is having a life cycle, even in Worksoft Certify, we have a life cycle for each test case. So we have overall 6 phases: plan, design, build, test, evaluate, and maintain. So in plan phase, we have like this phase will be maintained by the business analyst, and we get the requirements, and we get what all the applications that we are going to test, and what are the sectors that we are going to test, and all the requirements will be gathered in a plan phase. And we have a design phase where we have we capture all the recordings will be done in the design phase, record and play tool, right? So we once we record it, we have all our object properties stored in our application in the backside. Just stop me when if you have any doubts in between, okay?
No problem. Go ahead.
Yeah. And we have a build phase where the most of the work will be done in the build phase. Here, most of the interfaces are imported in build phase, and also the variables and process creation, variable creation, and record set creation. All this will be done in the build phase. And in test phase, we do the manual execution or automated script execution will be done as a dry run. And once the script got executed successfully, then we can see the results and in the test phase. And evaluate phase is mainly about the validation of the results. And if the business owner asks for any improvement in the script or any changes in the script, Then we do these things in the evaluate phase. And in the maintain phase is whenever there is a application version update, or any object property got changed, or any data has to be replaced, this maintain phase will be there, like that will be done in the maintain phase. In the right hand side you can see where the plan, design and build phase is there. And store, Worksoft is supported with the DB, like backend, all the processes and layouts and record sets will be stored in the DB. So we need to, like, Worksoft connects to the DB supported backend with the DB. So we, once we create any process, it will store in a server. And we can test all these interfaces using Worksoft Certify. And we have we have an option to export DB sheet, like layout and record sets are the like data fields where we store all our data for the scenario. And we have maintenance, maintain phase. We have management of reports and all that stuff. Okay. So yeah, so this is mainly like how the Worksoft looks like once we open the Worksoft Certify. Once we logged into the Worksoft Certify, we can see this kind of thing. I will show you in my system how does it looks like. And we have on top we have a menu bar, like every application we have a menu bar. Here also we have a menu bar, and then we have a toolbar. Here from toolbar we can create new or edit uh, or export, and whatever changes we want to do, we can use this toolbar. And we have a navigation tree here in the left hand side, and we have a navigation taskbar in the down. In navigation taskbar you can see requirements, maps, processes, data and all that stuff, right? So major part of our test scripts will be stored in processes, and data is the place where we store all our layouts and record sets. And we have a variables tab. This tab is used to store all our variables. All types of variables will be stored in this tab. So in Worksoft Certify,
Spandana, when you say variables,
yeah.
can you little bit more specific? Do you mean like a parameters, or is it different from
Yeah,
parameters?
yeah, it is parameters only. For example, if you want to create a sales order, right? You
Hmm.
need to input sales organization, sales order type, distribution channel, division, sold to party, all these fields, right? So that we call here as a variable.
And say the sales order itself. For example, you're changing a
Say,
sales order. You need a script for change of a sales order, right? That
yeah.
also can be a variable, right?
Yes, that is
Okay.
also a variable. So we don't hard code anything in Worksoft Certify. Whatever input or output that we are going to get from the application, we are going to give a name for that particular field.
Yeah.
If you want to input a order type in a VA01 transaction, if you want to input order type, then we have order type variable. And for order type variable, we assign ZOR as a value.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You got it. Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
So
actually referring to the VA02, where you say you got 100
yeah,
sales
even
orders.
for
You have to.
VA02, yeah, sales order number is a variable,
Yeah.
and whatever be the number, that is a value for that particular variable. So
And
we assign a value to the variable. Yeah. Okay. And we have on below we have a status bar where you can see the project details and also the username with which user ID we logged into Worksoft Certify. And in the right hand side we have a summary pane where you can see, like as it is a users tab, this is a users tab as clicked. So this is bolded, right? So this is a users tab, users and groups tab. So as it is a users tab, we can see all the users that are available in this particular folder. Same case even if we go to a process tab, then we can see what are all the processes that are available in this particular for particular folder. So in summary pane, we can see list of items, like list of processes, list of layouts, or list of record sets, all that we can see in summary pane. And in detail pane, once we click on this on top, it was clicked, right? So because of we have clicked in admin user, we can see all the details in the detail plan.
And one thing you kept on saying record sets, right?
Yeah.
What is that exact those? I know I understand variables. You were to
Yeah.
mention, and what is that exact record sets, Brandana? Actually,
Yeah,
what is?
so we have like for any script we need to send input, right? I will take again a VA01 example.
Mhm.
So we have to for creating a sales order, we need to input order type and sales area, these things, right? So
Okay.
all those variables we store it in layout.
Okay.
Okay. So whatever inputs that we are going to give in one particular transaction, we keep it in a layout. And in a layout, for a layout, we will be having a record set in within that, where we store the values for the variables. For example, I'll tell you in VA01, we have order type, sales org, distribution channel, division as an input. I took only these four
Okay.
variables. Okay, these four variables we assign in a layout. Like we create a layout and we keep all these four variables in a layout. And within a layout, we have a record set where we can give a value for this. I will show you in Worksoft Certify, then you will
Yeah,
understand
no
this
problem. But basically, I
clearly.
understand. Record set is nothing but the values for the variables,
Values,
right?
yes,
Okay,
values
got
for
it.
the, yeah.
Yeah, understand.
So
Oh, got it. Okay.
whatever the data variants that we want to give, you can give it in a record set. Like if there are 10 rows in a record set, the script will execute 10 times.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. Based on the
Yeah.
number of rows in the record set for that
Yes.
particular
Yes.
variable. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You can move
Yeah.
on now. Yeah.
So this is it, and this is the navigation within Worksoft Certify, and this is some more information about navigation. This thing,
Yeah. Understand. Yeah.
yeah, and we have four types of folders within Worksoft Certify. One is integration test. Integration test is nothing but an end-to-end scenario, like in a OTC,
Yeah.
order to cash scenario is there, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have create sales order, change order, create a delivery, and all that stuff.
Process
That
the
is,
billing. Yeah, and
yeah.
all. It's entire integral. Got it. Yeah.
VF03 till VF03, it will comes under integration process. So the complete process, like for a scenario, OTC cycle will be covered in integration test. And we have transactional test also. Transactional process is nothing but if
S-
like
s-
yeah, small steps like
Specific transaction.
transactions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you
For
notice
okay.
we have around 5 transactions. All those transactions, VA01 is one transaction. So all those things in a like we keep it in a transactional test, and we have utilities wherein we like without even any what do you say? We can use utilities throughout the application wherever you want. You can use like for example SAP login and log off. This can be used in P2P cycle also, R2R cycle also, any OTC cycle also, right? So
Got
those kind of processes
standard.
we use it as a utilities. Like best examples are SAP login and logout.
Okay.
And
So we'll call them into your wherever the process is from the utilities. No need for
yes,
you to. Okay, got it. Standard login logout. Okay.
standard login logout, yes. And we have a sandbox where we like work on once the script is completed, then we move it to the above three folders.
Yeah.
So this is main folder structure that we follow in Worksoft Certify. And we have naming conventions also for these integrated process we have. this format. This is suggested by Worksoft Certify. So we have application area underscore description. Whatever, like how many descriptions you have, you can add it on. And if you have for a different countries you have, then you have to mention here it is OTC underscore ship bill underscore constant code underscore if you have India as a separate country, and if you want to have the same thing for a different country, US underscore US you can mention. So
Got it.
that
Yeah.
that can, yeah. And we use a camel casing and without spaces.
Yeah.
Okay. And because we are also integrating with ALM, right? Even in ALM also there are some like limitations to have a naming convention. So it is always better to have without space and underscore and camel casing.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
And one question, just I mean, we can cover it later, but on high level, say when you're generally it is, you're done, you're creating a test script in the Worksoft and you're running it through the Worksoft and you're integrating with ALM, right?
Mm.
Um, is there a way where, say, you already have your test script in ALM to trigger from there into Worksoft? Is it one way or two way in terms of integration and execution? Because UFT, sometimes I see people calling. Triggering from ALM directly and calling that particular script and running in UFT from ALM to UFT. Is it
Yeah.
that possible here? I mean, two way where you
Yes.
can call from ALM to Worksoft, vice versa.
Uh, Here only one way. Like if you click on execute in ALM, it will invoke Worksoft Certify and it will execute and close it.
Yeah. So you're triggering it
And
from ALM, right? That's what.
yeah,
Got it.
only
Okay.
one way. If you execute from ALM, then only it will work. If you execute from Worksoft Certify, it will not store in ALM.
Yeah, but I thought once you can only send the script to ALM, right, from your test script, and but still you should execute from ALM. That's what you're trying to
ALM
say.
only, yes.
Yeah,
We should execute from ALM only if you want the results attached in ALM folder.
yeah,
In Workshop Certify, if you execute, it will go to DB only. It will not go to ALM.
yeah.
Yeah,
Got it. I understand. Yeah, that
yeah,
makes sense. Okay.
yeah. But UFT is a different case. UFT is integrated with ALM, right? So
Correct.
it is by both types. It works, I guess.
You're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to know the difference. You got yeah, that makes sense now. Yeah.
So we have transaction code for transaction code also, like whatever the transaction code that we are using. For example, if it is a VA01 underscore create standard order, and if you have a single line of item in sales order, we can have underscore single item. Or if we have multiple items, then we can have a underscore multiple items. We have child processes as well, where we can use that for a repetitive like table entries and a repetitive work is there, then we use a child process. I will go deeper in later sessions.
Okay.
And for HTML, like whatever the portal name that we are going to do, that we give in the first, and then what is the thing that we are going to do. Like here we are going to create a customer. So customer create here in my portal, we create a register student, like register a student. So this is how we use. And for utilities, we use UTL underscore description.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. And we have three ways to create a process. One is certify live touch, and one is certify capture, and the other one is accept certify learn. The third option we don't use. We mainly use first and second option. And process is nothing but as I already said, this is the major thing. But it can be a test case or a test scenario. It can be a integrated scenario or a transactional process or a utility process. Yeah. So we have two, majorly we use two ways, live touch and capture. So live touch is nothing but like we have to identify, like map each and every object. If you are doing it with live touch, capture is like record and play. Once you click on capture, and then you have to do everything as you're doing it manually, and it will automatically create the objects and create the steps in the back end. Once you stop recording, it will create a process and give it to you. But then even if we use a capture, there are things that you need to change, like variabilization you have to do. If there is any logic you have to implement, if there is any weight needed, you can we have to add the weight, and screenshots also we have to add. So there will be a work even after certified capture.
That we have to
Valid.
do via, that
Yeah.
has to be done via live touch, or I
Yeah,
mean,
we can use both the ways, certify live touch or capture, but most of the times we use live touch.
oh, live touch, meaning in, okay,
Yeah,
more manual, right? Yeah, okay.
yeah. So for SAP, we can use capture for like SAP desktop version, SAP GUI.
Yeah, for SAP GUI, you're right.
Yeah,
You can use the live certify capture, but for
certify
example,
capture.
if
Yeah,
you're doing any like for a custom transaction where you have to
yes,
go, differently, then probably we have to use
yes,
live
yes.
touch. That we
If
can take a look. That's not a problem.
yeah,
But
yeah,
basically, understand is only first two options. I never heard about actually myself XF
yeah,
certify learn. I think even the
yeah.
workshop
That is
documentation,
yeah, that is
they
for
only,
web and all. Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah,
That is for some complex processes there. Then we use that except
okay.
certificate.
Okay,
Yeah,
but still we can also use the capture in for the web based too, right? That does not matter, right? For example, you're recording for, say you got a portal, okay? Any, like an SAP portal we have, right? For example, we can still capture the screens via certify capture too, right? Not necessary to use, that XF certify
like
learn. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, yeah, okay.
yeah. Correct. So yeah, we have application version. You have time actually. I'm not sure how many like how much time the meeting has been scheduled.
I mean, it's, I'm not sure. 1 second, okay? It's up to you. For me, I should be, no, no, 1 second, okay? Let me, I did not even see the time. I just got in the last minute. Uh, I did not say the time. All it said was from 10 to 10 p.m. IST. But honestly, I am comfortable with your theory. Uh,
Okay.
Spandana, I mean, the way I'm really comfortable with with this theory. I mean, not that much actually. More fun is when you're really interacting in the system, right?
Yes,
Uh,
yes,
so I think theory wise, you can, if you how many, I don't know how many pages you have, you can quickly wrap up. So at least we are done with the theory part. If you want to, I don't know how many what you call presentation slides you have.
yeah. I have around 27, but still like I think for a one day, if I cover everything, it will be like
Yeah, I mean,
difficult
I
to
mean,
do.
actually, yeah, theories to me is like,
Yeah.
we can cover, that's not, once you, to me, I think from next session, you can
Yes, yes.
directly go into
So
the
what I'm
screen.
thinking, I'll just show you how it looks like in Worksoft Certify, some practical thing also, so that you can have some hands-on and um, come for the next thing.
Yeah, I mean, if that makes sense actually. I mean, we can, if you want, we can, no, you can just show me, and
Yeah,
then I want to spend 5 minutes with you in regards next sessions. I have some time to for tomorrow is Saturday. For Sunday and Monday. Monday is a holiday. I do have a chance to spend some time for next 3 days. It's up to you. I don't know your schedule about your weekend and all, but if you're having some time, if you want to do at the same time for the next only for the next 3 days, I should be okay. But from Tuesday we'll start our work. This time, this I don't have this time slot from Tuesday. Okay, if it's
Okay.
okay with you, I mean, it's not even this late. We can do it early for you. It is too late for you. 10:30 to me is very bad, very late. So we can, if it is okay, we can do your time little bit early too, and I'm available only for next 3 days. Okay, but after that I'm not available, so we can plan accordingly.
Okay. No problem. Actually, to on the mornings we can do. I don't want to ruin your long
No, but
weekend.
uh,
So enjoy your weekend. Even I wanted a break.
yeah,
And
that's okay. I mean, I'm
so
fine with. I'm just
yeah,
saying
from
that
Monday
I'm.
we can start. Or
Yeah,
yeah, from
that's
Monday
okay. We
we can
can.
start and Friday we can wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that's more than sufficient to me. The pace what will go,
Yes,
and
yes.
yeah, that should not be a problem.
So
Okay.
morning 6 is fine, and even I don't want to like spend time in the weekend holiday time.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense. Yeah, we have kids, but I thought to make your life easy. Then if it is okay, we can start
yeah.
from Monday. That's not a problem. That's actually good for me also. We can
Okay.
start on Monday and wrap up to Monday to Friday, as you said, right? In a week, it
Yeah.
should be done.
Yes. So yeah, this is how Worksoft looks like, and you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want me to log in and show you, or there
No,
is
I
this login there?
can you. All I want is to see. Forget about your end to end. We'll cover in depth later. Okay.
Hmm.
Let us do a simple one for, like, for example, VA01, right?
Okay.
Creation. Forget about VA01. I saw you have for VA01 and VA03 already. We can do for VA03 and say you got a list of sales orders, 50 sales orders with you. Okay,
Hmm.
and you want to run, I want to see how we are creating for the VA03. you know if you want, you can do one for VA02. I don't know whether you can do or not, where you can just change something, uh, like a quantity, or not in
Hmm.
quantity, something easy for you. uh,
Okay.
because VA03 you already have, which is
Yeah,
a,
yeah.
you can only
Yeah,
run it.
I got your point, but as I already said, actually we are not using GUI. We are using Fiori only in our project. So I need to figure out from where I can get that stuff, because I don't
Okay.
have a system a desktop version of SAP.
Oh, for every module. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are completely using Fiori only. So let me see by Monday if I can find
Yeah,
one thing. I can
yeah,
show you.
you plan that
But
way for
meanwhile,
Monday.
yeah.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, today I just wanted to cover these things, like how we are going to um, like navigate within Worksoft, and
sure.
how to create a new process, and what is the layout and report set. So
Okay.
as I said, this is the navigation tree. This is where we can see all the folder structures, and once if we click on this, and within that also we will be having a folders. So within that we can have these are all the like ANZ, APAC, all
Yeah,
these things
like
are
your
with us.
basic, your main functions. Yeah, your
Yes,
how
yes.
your company is coming up, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, and if we click on again in within that, we have all these like
Finance
function
operations.
wise, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
ops and GTM, all that stuff. So once we click on that, then
yeah.
we can see
Probably
all the processes that comes under this uh,
finance. Yeah,
finance. Yeah. So here this process is being selected, right? If you can see down, here you can see all the process name, description, and what is the layout, which layout is being used, and what is the record set that is being used, and all the details will be you can see in here, and you can also see the steps that are involved in this particular scenario. And these are the two major things that we use in this summary pane. And once we click on open open a process, you can see it is attached. Layout and record set is being attached for the scenario. If you go to a record set tab in process, see these controlling area, database, proof, all
Variables.
these things were stored in a layout.
Yeah.
So I will show you in I will show you the layout. If you click here, you can see what is the layout. So, so this is the layout. We click on edit. See here in layout, we'll just mention what are all the variables that we are going to use in this scenario.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And once we define the variables there, we give the values here in record sets.
Got it.
If
Which
we
we'll call
have,
it.
yeah, if we add one more, like we can add n number of rows
Yeah.
here.
Or export, import, whatever. Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, export, import also you can do.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So, so this is about the layout and record set, and this is how the process looks like. And if you want to create a new process, you can create from, because we are in a process tab, if we click on new process, it will create the new process. Or you can just right click and then you can see new process here.
Yeah.
Okay, so once we click on new process, we can give a name. For example, it is a VS02 change. Sales order. Okay, you can give the description. As of now, I'm giving them the same. So here, like to insert a step, you can go from here, or you can just right click and click here. Okay. So these are the main things that that are there in the step level this thing. So application version is if we have OTC, like for example SAP, you want to test it, then application version will be SAP, and window will be like sales and distribution, and object will be sales order type, and action will be input. And if once we select input, then we'll be having an options here, whether we can variabilize it, or we can just give a value there. All those things I can show you in further.
Yeah. Not a problem. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll not go that deep. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know you're trying to show the screens to me. We'll
yeah,
work to next week. Okay.
right.
Uh,
So this is how once we enter this and we can click on save, then the process will be saved in this particular folder. Like here you can see the folder name and folder path. Okay.
and this you are predefining your folders before, right? For the finance, you're saying because you're recording. Yeah, it's automatically.
Yeah. So here it is created. See. So whatever folder that we got selected here, right?
Yeah, it automatically saves
It
into.
automatically saves in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, you can move on.
So I will show you the live touch and capture. How does it works, and what are the object, and what are the properties of object, and how to define variable layout, and all that stuff I can cover it in further sessions, because I'm not prepared.
No, not
For
a
the,
problem. And one small thing request, Spandana, when you are thinking through it for next two sessions, right? Next week, also think like, for example, in the process for integration test, right? You create an IDOC, for example.